Howdy YouTube. Hopefully you can see both of us. This, unfortunately, this little flip video that we're using to record has some limitations, but when we originally started this process, it's funny that I was going to let a lot of stuff hold me back, like not knowing how to...
I'm just going to make sure you're in the shot. Go ahead.
Not knowing how to edit videos, not knowing how to get stuff uploaded necessarily, stuff like that. Are you going to be able to see me with this?
Yeah,
okay,
perfect.
cool.
So sneak in here.
Cool. All right. So Jen was just helping me get the shot proper. Anyway, the reason why we wanted to get this on tape is because we just went on a walk that we've started doing recently, and the idea behind it is like we just call it the Back to Basics walk, with the idea being that we're not gonna just go for a walk, or just sit at home watch TV. And rather than waste time doing that, we'd rather reconnect with each other, especially during this time when we're being shut in with this COVID thing. We just ran into some friends here at the lake, and we couldn't even hug each other or anything like that. We haven't seen them in a while.
Hi, Mariah.
Yeah, it was Mariah and her beau, David.
Mariah and Dave.
So we're here at Lodi Lake right now. I'll show you the guys at in just a second. But Jennifer and I wanted to just touch base about this. You know, it depends upon where you are in your marriage. If you're struggling in your marriage, what do you think are some like benefits of going on this walk would be, especially if you're in a struggling portion of being married? What are some suggestions you would have?
I would suggest to basically check in with each other to make sure that, you know, everything is okay. You know, maybe you can address the little frustrations. I'm not talking about, you know, going over main big topics that would start a fight.
Yeah,
but,
definitely
you know, you
avoid
guys
fighting.
Definitely want to maybe discuss things that might be irritating each other on a tiny little level, because it's always those little things that can sneak up and get you. And we actually have a chapter called Little Frustrations in our book.
Right.
So just make sure that you check back with each other, making sure that, you know, and don't neglect the day-to-day opportunities you can be to be romantic with each other, even if it's something ridiculously silly.
You know, one of the things I do recommend is when you're doing this is make sure that you're holding each other's hands if you can. So, what did you say?
Never mind. We're sitting this way for a reason, people.
Yeah.
Has to do with sunlight. He's like, you should turn around to the lake. Well, no kidding.
Lake's in the background.
It's a beautiful day, but
yeah, we'll
we're
get to that
trying
in a
to
second.
use the sunlight.
Yep. Anyway, I needed to definitely switch arms there. My arm's getting tired. So, anyway, the other thing too with this is that it's the idea of how much time do we spend together just watching TV and wasting time, instead of spending or spending time together and actually talking and getting to know each other. Like you see these old couples in a Denny's who will sit there and eat and never say a word to each other. Jennifer and I decided we never wanted to be that when we got married, and we've never struggled talking to each other. But I mean, the whole idea behind this is just to reconnect with each other and get the opportunity to just sit and talk with one another, and just get to know each other again and reconnect and enjoy each other's time. I have a feeling I'm repeating myself.
No, you're not repeating yourself. But you're just basically saying that you want people to think about maybe getting back to the basics and trying to open up the lines of communication that may not be there right now, because maybe right now with the shelter in place, you're just going to be going about a routine, and it's suddenly becoming like Groundhog Day, like the movie.
Right.
You know, maybe you guys are, you know, binge watching Netflix or whatever it is that you're binge watching, but you're not actually spending any quality time together.
Right.
He's trying to say, make sure that you get out, you know, once every day or every other day, and just go out and talk, you know, and devote 10 minutes to reconnecting with your partner.
Yep.
It's back to basics, you know.
Yeah, back to basics. You know, you guys used to spend all this time talking to each other when you're recording. Why would you let that stop?
No.
So, there's really not much else to add to this. You know, this is part 2 of today's video. The other one was about just doing like small acts of service, like getting the coffee for my wife. That's
Thank you, by the way.
You're
That was
welcome.
really nice.
So I just wanted to show you where we're at really quick, but also give a thumbs up, you know, like, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. But this is Lodi Lake. We live right around the corner from here. We're easily, what about Jen, about a 10-minute walk?
Yeah.
Not even that. Yeah, about 5 to 10 minutes to get here from where we live. This is in our little town of Lodi, California. Directly behind me is about a half mile is Wine and Roses. So this is just a beautiful area that we live in. And then about a mile that way is Mason Beach, and that's a private beach that my wife's family gets a chance to go spend time with on the backside of the lake. Oops. Anyway, is there anything else that you wanted to add in, Jen, before we go?
No, that was basically it. I hope everybody's hanging in there with this lockdown.
All right. We'll see you later, YouTube. Have a good day, and enjoy your Easter.